Good morning, friends. How are you? Thank you for saying hello over in the comments. Hi, Lori from California. I am in Kentucky. Hey, Sheila from Kentucky. How are you? It's finally starting to feel like spring here. I think it's 73 and gorgeous and sunny outside. We got the yard mowed this weekend. I know it was Easter weekend, but we celebrated a week early. So this weekend we actually just did yard work. But how is everyone? I want to say a special thank you, by the way, to one of my followers, Crystal, who sent me my favorite lipstick in the mail. She found some for me on Amazon in a 3-pack. So I now have enough to last me forever. So thank you so much. And so I thought I'd touch it up real quick before we get started. That way my lips show up on screen. Sometimes I feel like they're the same color as my face. Let's see. Good morning, Joy from North Carolina. Hey, Jenny from Bama, PC sister, welcome. Okay, so if you did not get a text a few minutes ago letting you know I was getting ready to go live to paint, you can get on our VIP text list by texting the number on the screen. I check that number, or I check those text messages daily. They come directly to my phone, and I can text you directly back to your phone as well. So I hope you would get on that text list with me, and we can chat and communicate with each other. Also want to tell you that today is a very special day. Charlie, can you come here and tell me what today is? Come here. Come tell me what today is.
My birthday.
My birthday. How old are you today?
6.
She's 6 years old today.
But Mom.
Yes, dear.
I didn't get any.
Didn't get any presents. Well, we're not having your party until Saturday.
I know.
So we got to be patient. We got to wait. It's so hard, isn't it? Do you feel bigger today? Taller? No? You told me a few days ago that I was going to need to get you some new clothes because you said when I turn 6, I'm going to be bigger and I'm going to need new clothes. Do you need new clothes? Yeah, maybe. She's a girly girl at heart, so she loves clothes. You got your Barbie?
And I got her crown.
Oh, she's got a crown.
Like,
yeah, you going to put it on her? Everybody's saying happy birthday, Charlie. Look, they're saying happy birthday to you.
Wait, I put it on her.
Oh, she's dressed up for the party.
No, for the ball.
For the ball. Oh, are they having a ball for your birthday? No? Somebody said, do you feel older? Do you feel older? No, not yet. Okay, tell them thank you and you can go play.
Thank you.
All right, we're fixing to start painting here in a moment, but I just wanted to make her feel special for just a minute because it is her birthday and she is super excited to be 6 today. Okay, we're going to be painting this fun summer love design. And we're going to be using neon colors. I actually went ahead and primed this with white. Actually, my assistant Shan over here did. She was excited to pick up a paintbrush. So I was like, go for it, girl. So she base coated it with white for us. And I actually have some 3D elements on here for you guys. So we have the center of the sun, and then we have our little flip-flop straps. And I can see exactly where they go because I can still see those etched lines on there. So when we get them painted, I'll just glue them down right here as so. And we're actually going to be selling these on our website with 3-dimensional elements for the first time. Are you guys excited? We have done 3-dimensional elements on Facebook before, and we've been like, sorry, guys, we can't offer 3D elements, but we found out that we can. So we're really excited to be able to offer something with 3D elements. Now, the thing is if you want to get one of these and order them shipped to you, the 3D elements are only available on the largest size, which is the 20-inch. So they're not available on the 12-inch or the 6 or the 8. It would just be too complicated to offer, itty bitty 3D elements and keep up with all of that with shipping. So we're only offering it on the door hanger size. No, Danita, I can't believe my baby is 6 years old already. It's crazy. I feel like I've always, for the last 15 years, I've always had a toddler or like a little person in my home. And so it's really strange to suddenly have all the kids in school. Everybody's out of diapers. Everybody is like self-sufficient and can practically fix themselves a snack or a lunch or whatever. And so it is getting easier, but it also in turn kind of makes me sad because I love babies, but I'm going to hold out a little longer. And one of these days I'll start having grandkids. So Sharon says, I love your getting jiggy with it t-shirt. Yeah, this one's actually in our shop at shopdoorhangers.com. It's one I designed. It's got a jigsaw on it, and it's offered in this pretty blue color. So you can go and grab that over there if you're interested at shopdoorhangers.com. Kids keep coming in and out of here. Any more babies? No more babies. We have snipped or whatever you want to call that. And so we are done with babies. And it's funny. There's a funny story related to that, actually. We were having dinner one night a couple years ago, and Charlie was still like 3 at the time, I think. And we were sitting there talking about whether or not we wanted to have a 4th. And all of a sudden I went, you know what? My mom was 22 when she had me. I was 22 when I had my first child. What if Travis, our oldest, has his first child by the time he's 22? And at that point, I was like, oh my goodness, that's only 10 years away. I could be a grandma in 10 years. Now, this was 2 years ago, so I could be a grandma in 8 years. And Lord forbid, let's hope it doesn't happen before 22. But I'm just saying, like, if the pattern repeats and he is married and has his first kid by 22, I'll be a grandma within the next 8 years. So that like suddenly made me realize, okay, we're done having babies, because we wanted to have like a lull where we can enjoy like our kids and all that before we suddenly repeat and are, helping out with grandkids. I want to be able to be excited when the grandkids come along and be like a very active and helpful grandma. So still ways away.
I'm 21.
Shan's like, I'm 21. Let's not rush things. I couldn't wait to get married and have babies when I was like 18. So yeah, I got married right out the gate and had a baby as soon as I could.
I mean, I've been telling my boyfriend to put a ring on it, but I don't want to.
You need some white. Well, you don't need any paint. You're not supposed to be painting right now.
Yeah.
What are you painting?
I just set it out. It's snowman.
No, that's not white. Here, let Shan go give you a little squirt of white paint. A little bit. Charlie's wanting to paint in the kitchen while I'm painting. Christy says, I'm a young grandma and it's great. I can still get in the floor and play. It's so fun. I'm looking forward to it one of these days, but I don't want it to come faster than it should. Hey, Deborah, Paducah, Kentucky, home of crafts and art on the water tower. How cool. Well, I'm only in, I'm kind of halfway between Benton and Murray, Kentucky, so I'm not far from you at all. Somebody said, oh, Danita said you're going to blink and be at their graduation. Yeah, actually next month, Travis is graduating 8th grade and Brett's graduating 5th grade. So yeah, it feels like it's going by way too fast. All right, let's get to painting. So this one's actually going to be really simple today. We're not going to do like overly complicated details, but let's go ahead and take these 3-dimensional elements off for just a second. Whoa, the camera like delayed for just a second there. And we're going to base coat our main parts of our letters and things. I'm going to go ahead and color the sun. Here's the colors we're using today. Aren't these pretty? We have Bahama Blue. These are all Deco Art Americana paint colors. So we have Bahama Blue, and then we have Bright Blue. Shan's taking pictures. And then we have Teal Mint. Shan picked this one out. This is a new teal that I have purchased. And then we have Patio Paint Outdoors. This is Sunshine Yellow. What else? Marigold, which is the color of our sun. And last but not least, we have a Deco Art Neon. This is Sizzling Pink. Look how pretty this is. Sizzling Pink. So we're going to get started, and we base coated it with 1 coat of white. So let's see. We're going to start with the Marigold, and we're just going to put this on the outer part of our sunshine. Thank you, Kathy. Your niece is 7 today. Charlie just turned 6. And it's spring break here, so all the kids are home right now. We aren't going anywhere right now, though. We're going to wait and take a trip in June as a family. So we're staying home on spring break. Just having fun. We had friends spend the night last night, and Brett spent the night with a cousin. And so they're just going to have a big old time. Cindy says, I like catching you on my lunch break. Is the 3D on the 20-inch etched or not etched? It is etched. So the colors, the parts on the bottom piece will have etching on them. The top pieces will not, but they really don't need any etching on those. But like the circle where the middle of the sun goes, that is etched. So you'll be able to see perfectly where to put that. And then you can kind of see those little etching lines right here for the flip-flops. So you'll be able to see where the flip-flop straps are supposed to be placed. But the reason I went ahead and base coated this in white, because a lot of you who watch me often know that I don't usually base coat things with white, but I did today because I wanted all my colors on this to pop and be like the brightest bright that they could be. I'm not going to paint the middle of that because we're just going to glue a circle on top of it. My camera keeps like delaying. Is it freezing up on your end too?
Both of them are.
I don't know why it's doing that. Do you see any questions that I missed? I might have missed some questions. I don't know. And I'm also going to paint the edges on some of these a little bit, where I had to actually jigsaw cut out this part here and here because I messed up when I cut it on the Glowforge, and I didn't quite get it cut out right. So I had to go out and fix that with the jigsaw. Whitney, I love teal too, and Shan teases me for it all the time because she's like, you really don't need any more colors of teal. I'm like, yes, I do. I need all the possible shades of teal. And then she was telling me, she's like, you don't have very many shades of yellow or blue. I'm like, yeah, those aren't my favorite.
See, that's what you need, a less teal, more blue.
Yeah, because every time I go to paint something with blue, I struggle to find the color of blue that I need. But I don't get excited when I'm shopping for paints to buy blue for some reason. Teal is just my jam. Although green's my favorite color. You wouldn't think so, but it is. So we did 2 coats on that marigold, and we're going to let that sit for a minute. Melissa said, oh, man, I saw teal mint at Hobby Lobby, and I didn't buy it. Well, you could probably kind of come up with teal mint. It actually looks like, bluegrass green,
But white.
with white added to it. So this is bluegrass green. So if you have bluegrass green, add some white to it, and it's going to come out looking a lot like the teal mint.
There's some people in here talking about your shirt.
Oh, you like the
Where'd
shirt?
from?
You can find it at shopdoorhangers.com. Here, I'll put the link up on the screen for you a second if you need to screenshot that. You bought the teal mint, Christy. She said she got it at Hobby Lobby. That would be good. A good one for different attachments on the sun. Oh, that's a fun idea. I didn't think about changing out the attachments on the sun. Make sure the circle covers the paint with no edges. It will, because I can see the etched lines where it's going to go. And so I just made sure to go over the edges of, actually, no, I missed a spot right there. Here, we're just going to finger paint that in. Rather than rinse my brush, we'll just finger paint it. There was one little spot where I didn't quite get over the edge. Are the colors you're using neon? The only neon I'm using is the pink, the neon sizzling pink. Will I be giving lessons on the Glowforge software? No, not really. I do post TikTok videos and Instagram Reels videos showing me using the Glowforge, and I give tips and things, but I'm not going to be teaching it. I would recommend, after you get your Glowforge, if you need help, like technical help with the Glowforge, to go join a Glowforge Facebook group. One of them that I recommend is Girl with a Glowforge. That's Miss Gwen. What's her last name? I forget her last name all of a sudden. But her name is Gwen, and it's called Girl with a Glowforge. And she's got a really great community over there where they talk about the Glowforge. So if you need any support, you could probably find it there. But if any of you guys are interested in the Glowforge, I'm happy to answer whatever questions you have. I'm just not going to be actively teaching it. And I do have a $500 off coupon code that you can use to get the Glowforge Pro. And the reason I only talk about the Pro is because if you're doing door hangers, you need the Pro. There's a smaller version. There's a Glowforge Basic and a Glowforge Plus. But the downfall of those two machines is that you can only cut up to 12 inches in size on those, like 19 by 12. The Glowforge Pro has a pass-through window that allows you to slide your piece further up so that you can continue cutting something larger, like what I'm doing now. And so it has more versatility. It can cut larger pieces. And so I can cut a 19 by 19 inch door hanger on the Glowforge Pro. Whereas if I was using any of the smaller Glowforges, I could really only do up to a 12-inch piece. What colors am I using? Susan, I listed them all at the beginning, but we've got Bahama Blue, Teal Mint, Sunshine Yellow, Marigold, Sizzling Pink, and Bright Blue. Thank you for sprinkling the love, Darla. Donna said, just to clarify, the 20-inch etched comes with the 3D pieces. Yes. Okay, so this is the Teal Mint. Isn't that so pretty? Let me hold it up so you can kind of see, because I feel like it looks different in the overhead angle. How do you get such great coverage on your first coat? I'm not shy about dunking in the paint. So actually, which color do I need to base coat the flip-flops?
Probably light blue.
Probably the light blue and then do the dark blue stripes. So this is the Bahama blue. As you can see, I pick up quite a bit on my brush. I'm using a 1-inch wide flat tip brush, and I just start covering, and I try to get a nice thick coat on the first time, and I redunk my brush in the paint anytime it starts to get less coverage than that. So I put on a pretty thick first coat. Oh, I accidentally clicked off comments. Okay, thank you, Kate. She linked Gwen's Glowforge group. Gwen's Glowforge, that's hard to say. Gwen's Glowforge group up in the comments for you guys if you're interested in going and checking that out. But definitely, if you're thinking about getting a Glowforge, use my $500 off link. It's going to save you some money. I think I've actually helped sell like 20 of those machines so far. 3 alone just in the last 2 weeks. So I know a lot of you guys are getting stimulus checks and stuff like that, and you're looking for ways to make extra money. And investing in a machine like that is a great way to make a little bit of extra money. I know it sounds like you're paying a lot up front, but if you make a plan for what you're going to sell on it, you know, what you cut and what you're going to sell, you could quickly pay it off. Lots of people pay them off within 6 months, or pay themselves back within 6 months. And they also have a payment plan. Are you only on Painters Clubhouse? No, right now I'm live on Southern Adoornments Decor's Facebook page and on my YouTube channel. And I'm also live inside the Painters Clubhouse. Whitney said, I just got done hanging up my Tamara door hangers for summer. Did you hang up the lemon welcome, Whitney? She has that one from last year that I gave her. Christy says, I use a jigsaw to cut all of my patterns. Would this one be difficult to cut with the jigsaw? Okay, so in truth here, this one is challenging to cut with the jigsaw. So if you are a beginner jigsaw user, I probably would not start with this one. But I would just say that to be careful going in these areas right here, and extremely careful going in right here, because this part can break off, and that will be very frustrating. You're also going to want to do like a plunge cut in these areas with a drill. So drill a circle big enough to fit your jigsaw blade in, so that you can just drop your blade in and cut that little piece out like a cookie cutter. So, but just take your time, and it's not impossible. I actually went and cut these little pieces out last night because I messed up on the Glowforge cutting it out, and I didn't get those pieces selected to cut out.
Somebody asked if you're going to use the stick fast.
Yes, Ashley, I will be using stick fast. She's asking about the glue. Oh, look at this neon. This color just makes me so happy.
I hope it's thick.
It's not. Actually, maybe I ought to have base coated this with another pink.
Oh.
And then top coat it with this. Let's stop. Let's dry it. I haven't done this on white before, so I wasn't sure how thick it would be. See if you can find one similar. I think there's a really bright pink in there somewhere.
There's red in here.
That may be it that I'm thinking of. Electric pink. This may work.
Yeah.
So let's base coat it with this electric pink, and then we'll top coat it with this neon pink.
We can go this one.
Let's see. I feel like it needs to be this brighter one. So we're going to base coat it with this electric pink color. Ooh, this needs shaking. Kate says, and it's a tax deduction. Absolutely. The Glowforge is a tax deduction. GD wants to know how to avoid brush marks. By using a larger brush, honestly. That's what I would do. As you can see, the brush that I've been using primarily is this little 1-inch flat tip brush. And that is because it allows me to get quick coverage. I get lots of paint on the coverage of it. Look at how pretty that is. That's even pretty by itself. And then it also allows me to spread the paint out better because the bristles are so wide. So you get less brush strokes. It's even painting over that neon really nicely. So we're going to try this, covering it with this electric pink, and then we're going to try doing some neon on top of it. Maybe it will be a little bit thicker coverage. Oh, we need to not forget to do Happy Mail today, Shan, because I forgot to do any last Tuesday when you weren't here. So,
Let me just get my little sticky
if you will just pick somebody in the comments here in the next couple of minutes, you guys be commenting, and Shan is going to randomly choose somebody in the comments for some Happy Mail. I love sending you guys goodies in the mail. I sent out some Happy Mail this past week, and everybody that got Happy Mail got a stencil and a Deco Art catalog. So you never know what you're going to get. I've got all kinds of goodies sitting around here that I lay out specifically for Happy Mail. I'm going to do 2 coats of this pink. Let me dry this. There's some tape in that drawer. Right, yeah. Your comments are flying by now. You guys are commenting like crazy now. Somebody said your arm, something about my arm. Yeah, the burn that I got on my arm is looking a lot better. The scab came off this morning. And it's shiny because I've been putting vitamin E oil on it every day, like you guys told me to. So it's healing and it's looking nice. So I'm hoping to not have like a big nasty scar. If you don't know what happened, I actually burned it on the coils of my oven when I was cooking Easter dinner.
Oh.
Yeah. It didn't even hurt though. That's the weird thing. It didn't hurt until like 2 days later when it suddenly decided it was infected. The reason it didn't hurt, I think, is because I had killed the nerve endings in that spot, or because I instantly cooled it off with water and then added lavender oil to it, and that kind of took the burn out of it. Getting a baby wipe because I got kind of wild going around the edge of this L, and it got all up on the marigold. I'm not too worried about it, but I wanted to clean it up a little bit.
Let's do.
Do you feel like the Glowforge would have been a good investment at the start of your business so you could cut more? Oh, it went away too quickly. So you could cut more by hand. I'm trying to figure out what's the fastest. Okay, that's one of the common misconceptions about the Glowforge. It is not going to be faster than cutting by hand. What it is going to allow you to do, though, is to be able to cut out 3-dimensional pieces like this that could easily increase how much you're able to sell your pieces for. And it's also going to allow you to cut out like words and things like that you could glue to your door hangers. It'll also allow you to cut more intricate things, but it's not going to speed up your cutting time, because it probably took a good 12 minutes to do this one. And in that time, I could go ahead and cut out, like, with the speed I am with the jigsaw, I could probably cut out 3 with a jigsaw in that time. Oh, thank you, Joy. She said you make painting seem effortless. Danita, this one's going to be cute in the end. Did you find somebody to do Happy Mail for?
I did. I think let's do Miss Robin.
We're not even going to try to say that middle name, Robin. Robin Rose, you are the winner of some Happy Mail. So if you will email us, Shan, can you pop that email up on the screen? It's in the banners.
Which one, info or support?
Info. Email us, Robin Rose, at this email and send us your address, and we will love to send you some Happy Mail. We'll be doing another winner here in just a few minutes. What is the link to the cutter you were talking about? It's glowforge.com/Southern Adoornments. Oh, thank you, Jana. She said, I became a Painters Clubhouse sister and Template Club member after doing the 3 Ways to Paint workshop, and I loved it. Looking forward to creating more door hangers. I've wanted a Glowforge for some time now, so this could justify the purchase of one. I hate to be a bad influence, but but really, I feel like I am a good influence because it's going to help you make money, and it's going to like open up your creative. We'll just wait and do. I was going to dry that and then do a coat of neon, but we'll wait. What you doing, Charlie? Oh, she found Santa Claus to paint in my closet full of goodies. She knows where to go to find more stuff to paint, because I keep Dollar Tree goodies in there for her to paint. All right, so now let's do some stripes on our flip-flops. We're going to do this in the bright blue color, and I have a smaller flat tip brush. This one is about a 1/2 inch wide. Carol, the wood that I use is called Revolution Plywood from Lowe's. I actually have all of that linked in our blog. There's a Yeah. What do you need?
Where are the boxes?
The box of markers. They're in that cabinet right up there. Shannon can get them for you. The Posca pen markers. She's wanting to color with those. Yep, that's them. Posca pens are great for kids. If they want to paint, they can paint with the markers and it's a little less messy. But yeah, we have a blog, and on our blog, we have an entire blog post about the commonly most asked questions about door hangers. And so you can go there and see what kind of wood I use, what kind of tools I recommend, all kinds of stuff. And that's at southernadoornmentsdecor.com. Just click on the tab that says blog. But I'm using a 1/2-inch flat tip brush, and we're just going to do stripes. I'm not even measuring these or using a ruler. I'm just going to freehand the stripes going across here. We're not going to worry about them being perfect. And I'm going right across where the straps of our flip-flop go. What you doing, sis?
I'm looking for the golden.
Oh, the gold one?
Oh, it's right here. Here you go,
Where's the silver too?
right here.
She's going to have all the metallic paints. I feel like you're taking advantage of me being busy today and just getting into all the things.
She definitely is.
Yeah. That's what kids do. They're like, oh, mom's tied up. Let me go and see what I can get into. So now she's in there painting. Hopefully she's not making too big a mess. I'm going to do kind of like a half strap right up here.
I put some towels down before she started.
Oh, thank you. It's so good to have Shan here helping out. All right. So then on this flip flop, we're kind of going to go this way. So we got to get our stripes kind of going. We don't want them to be flat all the way across the piece. We want them to be kind of going up at an angle. How big is the piece I'm painting? This one is actually only 16 by 16 because the wood that I had laying out to use in the Glowforge was only 18 by 16. So I cut this one a little smaller than your standard door hanger. But the Glowforge can do up to 19 by 19. I just didn't have a piece of wood that was that size. So I did it 16 by 16. But if you want to get these pieces from our shop at shopdoorhangers.com, there should be a link up in the video description. You can actually get it with the 3-dimensional pieces on the 20-inch size. 20 inches are usually our standard door hanger size. I'm having a hard time getting nice smooth stripes on this part here, but did you not get the gold one?
You did. You grabbed it, Charlie.
You have it in there.
Yeah, you have it in there.
She gave it to you. Here, come here.
And
Kids are home on spring break. Oh, look at that one. I'm seeing that one is way off. Let me thicken that one up just a little bit to kind of, it's funny because when you're looking so close at it, sometimes it's hard to see if stripes feel right. Some of them are going to be thicker and thinner. I'm not worried about it. Nancy said her kids used to wait for her to be on the phone to go make noise. See, my middle child, Brett, if he got quiet, that's when you should be alarmed. You should go check on him because he's probably destroying something. Charlie's not necessarily that way. She's not quiet, but she is a constant pilferer, and she will come and ask me something important when I'm busy because she knows I'll probably be like, yeah, sure, honey, whatever. And then I'll say yes, and I'll approve something that I should not have approved. She's smart. So can you cut a 20-inch on the Glowforge, or is 18 the biggest? 19 is the biggest you can do, Becky, on a Glowforge. Okay, I don't know if I missed any comments or not, but I need to do a second coat on this teal mint color because it does look kind of splotchy now that it's dried. So we're going to do that real quick. And then we're going to paint the center of our sunshine with the sunshine yellow patio paint.
Didn't really miss any comments. So.
Okay. This color is so pretty.
I made a good choice.
You did make a good choice. It's very lovely.
Oh, Stephanie Roberts asked, any tips on the plywood splintering? It's driving me crazy.
I would say that might be a problem with the kind of blade that you're using. Also, sometimes some pieces of wood are just going to cut worse than others. I've had some that splinter awful, and then I've had another piece that was just fine. So use a scrolling blade made for wood cutting that has at least 20 tips per inch TPI, and make sure the blade is really skinny. You don't want one that's really thick. but you are going to have to sand it afterwards. And so you can usually sand and buff away all of those little splinter marks. And then once you paint it, it's usually fine. If you do have one spot that splinters really bad and leaves like a pock mark or something, I don't know what you call it, but like a divot in the wood, you can take a little bit of wood filler or spackle and fill that in and just lightly sand it, and it'll be just fine. Once it's painted over, you'll never be able to tell. You thought the sun was marigold. Do you paint the patio paint over it? So I'm going to do the patio paint on the circle in the middle here. But I'm going to kind of wait, because now that I see this marigold dry next to all these other colors, it's looking very muted. Yeah, it's not looking as bright as I want it to look. So let's go ahead and paint this, and then we're going to decide whether or not the marigold's going to stay, because we can always paint over it. That's the glorious thing about paint. So I'm going to slide this up.
I vote no.
Shan says she votes no. Oh, I've already put this out. See, look at the difference of the colors side by side. We may have to go and use the primary yellow as our sunshine color, because it's not as muted and dark. And I don't want it to feel like the sunshine's dark. I want it to feel like it's bright and pretty. But I also wanted it to be a little bit more yellow than, or not yellow, a little bit more orangey yellow. See how pretty that patio paint covered? It covered so quickly. So I'm going to dry this. And then we're going to do polka dots on the center of this part. So where did my white paint go? Here it is.
Gina asked, how do you hang these?
Oh, great question. So we use jute string with a staple gun. And we tie a knot in each end of the jute string and then staple it to the back of the wood using 1/4-inch thick staples. But I will say you need to make sure and hold it so that the staple cannot go all the way through the wood. So I always try to provide a bit of a buffer so that it's not pressing flat against the wood when I hit the thing to staple, because I don't want it to come all the way through to the front. Okay, so I added a little bit of white to my sunshine yellow. That's a big old dauber. Let me get a smaller one. This one's like not even fitting in my egg carton. So we sell these in our shop in I think 5 different sizes. They're little sponge pouncers. You can also find them in your craft stores, but I'm going to dip in the yellowy white. Let's see if it's, oh yeah, that's going to show up. I wanted it to be real subtle. And yes, it has bubbles. Everybody always panics about the bubbles. Just blow on it gently. You will still have a little bit of texture behind, but it's fine. It's nothing to fret about. Let me get a little bit more. I always scrape the excess off on the edge of the egg carton too.
Ashley Parker White is asking, when you use the glue, can you link it? So basically, can you tell her where to get it?
Oh, it's linked in my Amazon affiliate shop. And so if you want to screenshot that, you can. And you can go shopping there. It's got all of my favorite Amazon products in one place. Look at that. I dripped water on that spot and I was going to dab it up and it picked up the paint instead. But it's got all of my favorite Amazon products in one spot. So you can find Posca pens over there and the glue and everything that I'm going to use today. Okay. Vashi says, I'm a new Painters Clubhouse member here. Is this one of the 2 we do this month? No, it's not. Vashi, if you want to see the projects we're going to be doing in Painters Clubhouse this month, go to the announcements tab of the Facebook group, and it's all linked there. Also, we're going to go ahead and paint the straps of our flip-flop with the teal mint. I cut these out on the Glow Forge, and then Shan base coated them with white for me. Now we're just giving them a coat of the teal mint. Shan and I were talking earlier about the Glow Forge, and I think that a lot of people get confused about the benefits of having a Glow Forge, because people who have larger laser machines look down on the Glow Forge, right? They look down on it because they're like, well, that's an expensive machine for no bigger than it is and no more than it does. But I feel like there's benefits to the Glowforge that those larger machines don't have. And so I think I'm going to do a series of videos or a couple of videos that kind of explains why you might choose a Glowforge versus one that you would put outside, like in a garage, like an industrial machine, and why some people choose that versus the Glowforge, because there's no right or wrong. Some people like those and some people like this. And so it's okay if somebody likes something different. And a lot of times people will start with the Glowforge and then eventually end up with an industrial size laser. But those people usually continue using their Glowforge as well. All right, I'm finger painting again. I missed a spot. Do I carry a golfer door hanger? Jean, if you go to shopdoorhangers.com, we actually have a couple of golf designs over there that you can browse. All right, so what do you think, Shan? Let's see what this looks like. That it does look a little it doesn't look right. So she's saying that we probably should take this primary yellow. So on your supply list, go ahead and scratch off the marigold color. We're not going to use that. If you ever paint this again, just say, forget it. We're not using marigold. And we're going to use primary yellow. But
making the whole thing look dull.
It is. It's kind of darkening everything, right? We want it to look bright and cheerful. Here's the difference in colors. So this is primary yellow and this is marigold. The primary yellow is a bit brighter and more cheerful.
You might have to add some white in it, maybe.
Yeah, I kind of agree. It looks a little bit dark itself. Or here we go. I'm not using any more of this sunshine yellow.
Yeah, there we go.
We'll just mix paint.
There we go.
So this is actually primary yellow mixed with a little bit of white and sunshine yellow. Ooh, that's pretty. Now that's the color we were going for. I need that in a bottle. I don't know what color this is, but
come on, Deco Art.
Come on, Deco Art. Make me a custom color. If you don't have it, just mix it.
They might already have it. You don't have many yellows.
They might. I need to go look at the options we have for the yellows.
So I want to ask, why did you decide to purchase a Glowforge over another brand?
So I really liked that the Glowforge could go right here in my craft room, because since I cut door hangers primarily to paint on Facebook Live and teach with, I don't need something in here that's like super fast or very large. I wanted something I could use without ever leaving the craft room. And so that's why I chose, and they have an amazing like referral program. And so I knew that it would make it easy for me to promote to you guys. It would save you guys money. Plus I would get a little bit of a kickback from it as well. And so some of the other companies I had talked to didn't have machines small enough to fit in a craft room. And so that's one of the reasons why I went with the Glowforge. Let me dry this real quick. Anita, I'm the same way. If I could, I would wear flip-flops all year round. Matter of fact, I get so used to wearing them in the summer that I will wear them clear through the fall until there's actually like frost or snow or ice on the ground. And then I'm like, finally like, okay, I guess I should retire the flip-flops because they're going to make me fall and break my leg or something.
Let's do Anita.
Okay. Miss Shan is picking our next Happy Mail winner. And she chose Anita Erickson. She said, this is my favorite one because of the flip-flops. I agree, Miss Anita. Send us an email at info@southernadoornmentsdecor.com and we will send you some Happy Mail. Send us your address. That way I know where to send it. All right, so we've got like 3 or 4 coats on this little sunshine by now, but it looks so much more cheerful. Kate says, I need to buy a few of that print living in Florida. Yes, you do. All right, so let's see what this looks like now. Much better, right?
That's a lot better.
Okay, so now we need to do our neon pink on top of our, oh, look at that, guys. Oh, it froze up. There we go. Look at that. That was the trick. So what did we use? We used electric pink as our base coat under the sizzling pink, which is actually a neon color. So here they are side by side. I can't get under the camera. Here we go. Electric pink and sizzling pink. So we base coated with electric and we're top coating with neon. And this is the exact color in the bottle. Oh my goodness, so pretty. This is what we were going for. And one coat looks like it might do it. If I get my brush strokes smoothed out well enough. Gorgeous. It just screams summer.
Somebody asked if these were new colors.
Some of these are, yes. They may not be on my favorites list for my DecoArt paint colors. I just placed a big order on DecoArt's website a couple of weeks ago, and I bought a bunch of new colors. So we probably, once I decide if I really love, I like to test them out first. So once I decide if I really love some of these colors, we may have to update Tamara's favorite color list for you guys. And then if you already have a copy of my favorite DecoArt colors, we will probably email you the latest version whenever we update it. And the reason we have that is just because it makes it easier for you when you go shopping. Because you know that if you buy what's on that list, you're more than likely going to have whatever I'm using. I think it may need 2 coats. Okay, on second thought, it does need 2 coats of pink. But I'm not mad about it because it looks so cool. The pink is so pretty. I'm going to do a quick second coat on this electric pink. Here comes Charlie again. What's up, Charlie? Did you get your Santa Claus painted? Oh, he looks handsome. Good job. You need to color his eyes. Can you do his eyes black?
And his eyebrows.
And I don't need to be black.
Okay.
Okay, well, what color do they need to be?
Do it like
What color are Santa's eyes?
pink or purple.
No.
No.
Blue?
No, just tan.
Charlie's eyes are blue.
Just tan.
Or you just decided you're done? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah, kids kind of have a low tolerance level for projects
I
and
wanna see
painting.
that.
Sometimes they don't see it through to the end.
I can't see it.
Go around the room and see it.
What do you want to see?
What you're painting.
Oh, it's a sunshine with flip-flops. See?
I'll
Let me hold it up and show you guys the pink.
see a
Look
flip
how pretty.
I'll see a flip.
The flip-flops are right here. See? These are flip-flops. Oh, she says. All right, I need you out of my elbow room.
It's making a V.
Yeah, they're making a V, and it spells L-O. The sunshine's an O. The flip-flops make a V, and this is a letter E. Do you know what that spells? Love.
Lava.
Love, yes.
I
She's-
almost said lava.
Lava. Yeah, because Mama kind of went a ugh at the end, even though it's a silent E. She's learning to read in kindergarten, aren't you?
Well, I want to go to that place where you have to jump on the obstacles.
Are you talking about where we're gonna have your birthday party?
Where's lava?
The floor is lava. That's a show on Netflix. We can't go there.
No, I want to go there and see if it's real.
Oh, it's not real. It's a TV show.
No, I want to see if it's real in town.
Oh, and that's not real lava. It's like water that's been colored red. Okay. Go play. I've got to finish this. Let me dry it. Carrie says it needs a touch of bright orange somewhere. I agree, but you know what? That might be a case where I would add that in the bow. if I wanted to add another color, because I've kind of got a lot going on here. I need some elbow room. You're going to have to go somewhere else. Let's go ahead and glue down our pieces. Let's see.
I already got my elbow.
We're using the Stick Fast that I mentioned earlier. This is linked in my Amazon favorites shop. It's got a really needle point tip so you can apply it exactly where you want. I'm going to squirt some on there, and I'm going to place it right on top of the etched lines so I don't have to figure out where to place it. So if you order one of these cutouts from us in the 20-inch size, it will come with the 3-dimensional elements for the center of the sun and for the flip-flop pieces. Let's put some here. I can see where to glue it down here also, because I can still see those etched lines underneath.
The sun is actually orange in real life.
Well, it kind of depends on what time of day you're looking at it. If you're looking at it at sunset, it's kind of orange. But if you're looking at it like right now, don't argue with me. Right now in the daytime, it's really bright and yellow. Your kid loves the Floor is Lava TV show too.
Your boo-boo looks pink.
Yeah, my boo-boo's getting
Just
better.
like I put like pink on my thing.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. So let's add our finishing touches. And I think I'm gonna try out I really like these Posca brush pens. If I can find the white one. Here it is. You guys have seen me use these a couple times here lately. Quit drinking all my drinks, sis. That's got caffeine in it.
I'm thirsty.
Huh?
What is that?
What, the drink? It's like a drink mix from Kroger that has caffeinated energy drink stuff in it. So yeah, you don't need to be drinking it. But these are the Posca pens. They're brush Posca pens. And so you can pump them up here at the top to pump paint down into the brush tip. And so it's just like painting with a round tip brush. Stop. Don't touch my drink.
I'm thirsty.
No,
Go get
ma'am.
some water.
Stop.
If you're thirsty, go get some
Your
water.
brother can fix you a drink. He's in the kitchen. Okay, so let's go ahead and add some. Actually, you know what? Let's do it with paint, because I was just looking. This doesn't look thick enough to make me happy. So I'm going to get some white paint and a round tip brush and do it that way. Is she being ornery? It's spring break, y'all. Kids are all home. All right, so instead of that, because it's not showing up well enough on this sunshine for me, I'm just going to do it old school way with a round tip brush. This one's a size 6 and some white paint. And we're just going to quickly add some little swoops around the edges. Kids are fighting in the kitchen. And then we're going to go around our letter here and add some fun little accents. Whoops, I kind of got wild on that one. And now Charlie's crying. What's that saying? It's my party. I can cry if I want to. It's her birthday.
Probably why she's acting like this too.
Probably. She knows she can get away with a lot more on her birthday than she could any other time of the year. We'll also add some black accents in a few minutes, but this really helps to add like a little bit of detail and just fun visual interest. Let's do some around our sunshine. Let's do like a little swirly swirl in the middle. Look how cute
So
that is.
bright.
So happy.
That was Jessica suggested that you would look cool as like a leopard print.
What would?
The E.
Ooh, yeah.
Like a
Definitely.
leopard.
You can't go wrong with leopard print.
That's another thing you love.
Yep, teal and leopard print. You're talking. You're speaking my language. It's probably my love language, leopard print. All right, so now let's add some black. I know it may feel counterintuitive to some of you guys because you're like, oh my goodness, these colors are so bright. If you add black, it's going to ruin it. No, the opposite is true, because when you add black on top of something this colorful and bright, it's going to just make those colors pop even more. So I'm using the same brush. I'm going to dip in the black, and we're just going to add some fun little accents going around, and it makes everything seem brighter.
Oh wow, that really does.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
And it kind of accents the shape of something a little better, I feel like. think you really see the shapes of the letters. This is the part I used to enjoy, like at the paint parties when everybody was kind of done painting. They would bring their piece to me and I would sit here and add these kind of fun little elements. And they would say, just work your magic with it. And I would just add all of these fun little swoops and lines and stuff with the paintbrush. And it was just like it finished the piece off. And everybody's like, oh, it looks so much better now.
You worked your magic.
Yeah, I feel like it just adds a little bit of pizzazz. And it doesn't matter if you go like almost right over the top of your white lines. The point is to just be free flowing with it and add a little bit. Okay, let's make this larger so you guys can see. Here it is. Look how cute. So bright and fun and colorful. And I love the three-dimensional part of the middle of the sun. It just makes it pop that much more. But if you want to change up the colors on yours, add some leopard print, totally go with it and just be fun. I tried to keep this one super basic for people who are like beginners who are a little bit scared of adding too much detail and patterns. So this one is really good for beginners if you want to paint. And if you want to get the piece with the three-dimensional elements on the flip-flop and the sunshine, go and grab that at shopdoorhangers.com and we'll send you one. But before we go, I'd love to send out one more piece of happy mail. I'm going to choose somebody who's watching from YouTube because all of our watchers have been from Facebook so far. So Miss Christy Herring, if you will send us an email, I would love to send you some happy mail. Thank you for watching on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe if you're a YouTube watcher because, you know, we never know what's going to happen. If Facebook dies today, we'll be doing all this on YouTube. So you never know. Yes, darling.
Is it lunchtime?
It's almost lunchtime, yes.
Then I'll
She's
have
always
some
hungry.
cereal for lunch.
Okay. We had cereal for breakfast. So how about we wait a few minutes? All right, guys. Yes. Oh, did I give her the email? Send the email to info@southernadornmentsdecor.com with your address so I can send you some happy mail. Thank you, Lynn. She says it's beautiful. Joanne says she loves it. You're going to paint mermaids tomorrow. That sounds like fun. This would be a good one for 3 nights at different levels. That is a good idea, Melissa. It would be. How do I buy a bow maker? Celine, we have them in our shop at shopdoorhangers.com. They're underneath the craft and paint supplies, I believe. So you can hit it up right over there. All right. Y'all have a great afternoon. Bye.